Hello, how are you?
Hey there, I'm doing great, thank you. How about you? Hope everything's going well on your end.
Yeah, definitely. Everything is fine and perfect.
That's awesome to hear. If there's anything specific on your mind or anything I can help with, just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. Uh,
Great.
today,
Absolutely.
today we are going to discuss a topic about motivation.
Sounds like a fantastic topic. I'm excited to dive into it. Let me know what specific aspects of motivation you'd like to cover, and we can get started.
Yeah, definitely. And first of all, I would like to discuss that what motivation means. I mean, it's a driving force behind human actions, and it has two main types, and that are intrinsic and extrinsic.
Absolutely, you got it. Motivation is indeed that driving force that propels us to take action, and distinguishing between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation really helps in understanding what drives behavior. We can definitely explore those in detail.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we can first of all we can discuss some of its types. So, I mean, as we have already discussed, that it has two basic types: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So, I think that intrinsic motivation that is the type of motivation that comes from within us. I mean, from within ourselves. Um, it is driven by personal satisfaction, interest, and enjoyment. And on the other hand, if we talk about the extrinsic motivation, so it is driven by the external factors. I mean, such as reward, recognition, or the avoidance of punishment.
Exactly. That's a great explanation. Intrinsic motivation really comes from that internal sense of satisfaction and passion, whereas extrinsic motivation is more about external rewards or avoiding negative outcomes. It's fascinating how both types play a role in different contexts, and we can definitely dive deeper into examples and applications as well.
Yeah, definitely. If we talk about the intrinsic motivations, so definitely, I mean, it comes around from uh, internal ourselves, and we do it because we want to satisfy ourselves, and because it inherently interesting or enjoyable as well. So I think it has definitely it has many examples. So some of them are that when we study a subject, so definitely it may be because it look very interesting to us, or I mean, we may be very curious about a specific topic as well. So we read some kind of book. So it's can be an example of intrinsic motivation. Definitely, on the other hand, if we talk about another example, so that may be when we are fond of playing a kind of sports. So we do it for our personal interest. So it's a kind of enjoyment as well. So these two are the basic and simple examples of intrinsic motivations. If we talk about the extrinsic motivation, so I think that it is, it is driven by the external factors. I mean, such as the reward, social pressure, or when we want to avoid something um, due to many factors. So the examples of this may be that when we work overtime to earn a bonus, definitely when we are short of money or due to many other economic crises, so we do overwork. So this can be the example of external motivation. Definitely sometimes we clear our rooms to avoid being grounded. So um, these are the basic and simple examples of external motivation as well. There are other types of motivation as well, so which are not very common, but if when we dive deeper into it, so we definitely have to read it, or we have to study it. And these are, the interjected motivation is one of the example of motivation or type of motivation. I mean, it's in this it's a feeling of obligation or guilt driven when we do an act, or I mean, it's also done by the external pressure or self-imposed expectations. Another example is type of motivation is that identified motivation. I mean, when we do something because we believe it is valuable and it is aligned with our personal interest, so I think it is known as identified motivation. So another type of motivation is achievement motivation. I mean, when we have a specific goals in our mind, and when we want to achieve a target, or we want to satisfy ourselves in, I mean, when we want to advance in our personal career as well. So definitely, when we perform in this way, so this type of motivation is, I mean, achievement motivation. And one of the other type of motivations is that psychological motivation. I mean, this it is a driving force to that satisfy our basic biological needs like food, water, or shelter. So this is known as physiological motivation. So these are the basic kinds of motivation.
Absolutely. You covered a lot on ground there. It's really interesting to see how motivation can come from so many different sources, whether it's internal enjoyment, external rewards, or even deeper values and beliefs. And it's fascinating to explore those less common types like identified or achieving motivation. It definitely gives a richer understanding of what we do.
Yeah, definitely. And I think there are key aspects of motivations as well, and some of them which I am going to that initiates behavior. The key aspect of motivation. I mean, motivation is the decision to start a behavior, such deciding to enroll in class or start a new diet. When we want to start a new
Absolutely.
behavior in ourselves, yeah, when we want to, I mean, start a change in ourselves, change in our behavior as well. So this is initiates behavior. And the second aspect of motivation is the and maintains behavior. I mean, it directs actions toward a specific goal and help people to stay committed despite difficulties. Um I mean, for example, motivation helps to persist in fitness. Uh, I mean, when we are in when definitely it is difficult to perform, but definitely when we do work uh, with a specific time and with a regular process, so definitely it helps us in a lot of way.
Exactly, you've got it. Motivation really plays that dual role of not only getting us started on a new behavior, but also keeping us on track and helping us overcome obstacles along the way.
Yeah, definitely. And there are some internal, external factors as well that we have already discussed these aspects of motivation. And then I think, I mean, the directly observed aspect, I mean, this type of motivation is psychological and physiological, and it states that, I mean, that is not measured directly, but it is inferred from observable behavior, such as if we define it that how hard someone works to achieve a goal. Definitely, if someone is performing and hardworking, so uh, we can evaluate that he will perform very well. So, I mean, this one was also the aspect of motivation, one of the key aspects of motivation.
Absolutely, that's a great point. Motivation can observable behaviors and outcomes. That helps us understand how driven someone is, even if it's not always directly measurable. It's definitely fascinating how these internal and external factors intertwine to shape our actions and persistence.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, when we talk about something which is the point which I have missed, and I have to discuss in the start, but unfortunately I could not remember it, and that is the word motivation. I mean, we must remember that how the word motivation was originated. I mean, the this term motivation comes from the Latin word, and the word which original word is motivus, and it means that moving toward a specific cause. And I mean, it highlights it activating properties as well.
Absolutely, that's a wonderful point. The origin of the word motivation really does highlight. It's really fascinating how that etymology reflects the core of what motivation is all about.
Definitely. And thank you very much for your time.
You're so welcome. It's been a pleasure chatting, Innovation. If you ever want to